Nerd Talk. Let's go!
You're listening to Analog Assault, a video game podcast by Mulehorn Gaming.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Analog Assault Podcast. We got our hosts. We got Lupo. We got Scarecrow. Yeah.
Hey.
Prime. And AFK is a inebriated rad somewhere out there.
She's feeling all right, man.
On a tropical island.
She's on a tropical island feeling.
I don't know if that's actually true.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're on
Might be a little
episode.
jealous.
Yeah, right. Five. We're on episode 5. I got to get these right. Get these straight, man.
Season 2, episode 5.
Yeah.
Piecemeal.
Yeah. And so you guys know, every week we do On the Clock. And since Rad's not here, I'm going to have to go with somebody else. And for all you guys that are listening out there, if you go past the 2 minutes, you're going to hear this. So buckle up, Buttercup, because I'm going to be ready to go. I'm trigger happy tonight. So let's start tonight.
And loaded.
Yeah, let's start tonight with Scarecrow. You're on the clock.
Oh boy. All right, so this week, well, I guess we'll start with games since I haven't been playing quite as much. I've been playing Destiny. Did a little bit of raiding over the weekend. Did a charity raid with Rad, which was fantastic. Then been playing a lot of Genshin. They had their new summer event kind of come out. They had released their first skins for characters, which part of me is liking it, part of it is not. But the only other thing I've been playing this week is a lot of PSO2 NGS. It finally released on this last Wednesday.
Nice.
Boy, it has been laggy as hell. I don't think they quite expected as many people. I was off the day it launched, so I was in there the second it went live, and boy, the servers were instantly full and near capacity.
Surprise, pull the trucker.
Yeah.
It was rough.
It was interesting. Other than that, I have been watching my animes. Watched the latest episode of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime today, which, oh boy, that was a interesting turn if Lupo has seen it yet.
I haven't watched it yet. No, I was. Keep going. We'll talk.
Yeah. Other than that, Bad Batch and Loki. Really enjoying Loki. Like, boy, I don't know. I want to know what's at the end of episode 2, but I don't want spoilers. I'm like, I want to know who this is, but I don't want to. Like, don't tell me.
Yep.
Other than that, I think that's it. Actually. Yeah.
Man, 15 seconds to spare, bro.
Look at you. Like a
that.
Bausch.
Bro was on the money. So let's go with prime time. You're on the clock.
So, like Crow, I've been really enjoying Loki. First episode was a great start. The second episode, it goes deep already. It opens up things for who knows what, who knows how the MCU is going to translate it, but you kind of know something's going to happen already.
Be free, my horned friends.
Right. But I did start and finish since last time we talked Sweet Tooth, based upon the comic, and that is a really, really, really good one. Post-apocalyptic, virus spreads, and children are born half animal, half human to a certain degree. And it's as a cute little story, little heartfelt moments, and me and the kids enjoyed it. It was good times. Game-wise, I wrapped up Mass Effect 2, loved it once again, and last night started Mass Effect 3, and man, feels so good, so
Feels
smooth.
good.
Those combos, those explosions. I'm a Vanguard, of course, and it feels good in so many ways, and it's close to light years above the other two, just how smooth and how good it is. But story right off the bat, I forgot how it just throws you right into it. Like, man,
Yep.
this is going down. We got some shit to do. So I'm looking forward to doing everything like Mule in the game and putting a lot of hours into it. Besides that, man, I'm ready to talk about some awesome games that we saw on E3, and yeah, my beard's awesome. That's it.
Man, we're gonna have to shorten this to even shorter. You guys are just
Buddy, I can't do short.
so. Last but not least, well, at least
second to last.
Second to last. Yeah, that's Lupo. You're on the clock.
All right, so watching, I did not watch Loki. I started Loki Ep 1 and kind of fell asleep like 2/3 through it. So we'll try to pick that up again this week. Got some Father's Day plans for the weekend. So try to fit in some watching in between there. I started and finished last week SSSS Gridman, which is an anime based off of like Ultraman type shows, and it was actually like an homage to a show I used to watch as a kid, Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, and it was like all the nostalgia coming back. So it was a really really great thing to watch. Watched Code Geass this week, which is an older anime, but really like mecha inspired. The root of man's evil and stuff like that. So it's a really like crazy thing. I finished that up right before we finished today, and or started today. Really interesting anime when you just want to watch mecha and all this other crazy stuff's going on. So playing wise, a lot more Apex. Like it's just really got its hooks in me right now. I've been really enjoying my time playing Apex. I log in for my like hour, 2 hours every day. Mostly Destiny, and then same thing as Crow, jumped into PSO2 New Genesis for the launch. And like I'm really enjoying my time with it. I just want to see like what the end game loop ends up being, because the space is kind of small, and it kind of seems like it's going to funnel into like a few things, like kind of the way like PSO2 proper did. So we'll see what happens with that. And then as Rad is not here, I will be the resident hockey fan here, as mine and Rad's teams are playing in the finals, in the Eastern Conference Finals right now. And going into tonight's game 3, we are tied 1-1. So Islanders won, Tampa Bay Lightning won.
Nice. You had 3 seconds. You had 3 seconds. I wanted to push that buzzer.
I got it all in there.
A finger. I was so man. I get you.
You're waiting. Like you want me to get the buzz so bad. I see it every week. I know you like expect me to. Yeah.
I just want to smash it.
All right, I guess I'm on the clock. So what I've been playing, pretty much a lot of stuff. Finishing Mass Effect 3. I'm still going through that. I've been playing a lot of Apex, been into a lot more Warzone. And recently, I have been absolutely sucked into modding on Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah, you have.
And some of the mods in that game are phenomenal. Like, not only are they like cosmetic skin changes, they give you audio change as well, so that the emotes that they do for their audio changes them to like Crosshairs or Hunter or Bo-Katan and stuff like that. So like the other day I'm playing, it's Leia, but it's a Bo-Katan skin. And one of the lines she'll say when you're kind of running around is, "This is the way." And I was like, yes, this is awesome. Like it even has like her intro music from The Mandalorian. So I was like, dude, yeah, this is taking all my time right now.
I've seen some interesting mods on there. I saw someone modded General Grievous to be the Xenomorph from Aliens.
Hey, I'm on the clock here. Hold on. And I gotta say, I've been watching Loki, and I gotta say, it's my favorite. It's better than Vision for me, WandaVision, and it's better than Captain America, or I mean, Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's just that good. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's good. Watching anything else? Pretty much no. Just living that dad life and working. So that's it. And I got plenty of time. I got 25 seconds, so I could have just let you kept talking. So
yeah. The one thing I have to say about Loki, since we probably won't get to talk about it much more.
Let's talk about Loki.
The first end, like near the end of the first episode, really humanized him.
Yep.
I thought.
Yep.
And that was a big change that I didn't think that they would do.
Yeah.
And
Well, you have to take into consideration, like it's not like Loki at the beginning of the series or Loki at the at the end. It's Loki right after he got his ass beat by the Avengers, so it's like
yeah.
a bit humbling at the same time. So it definitely, like, I like the different angle things. Whenever we have the opportunity to see it, and I think it's really good that they're exploring this, time gap that we didn't see in the movies and stuff. So I like it.
Yeah.
Agreed. I like the different aspect, how it's not the Loki from the beginning. It's not the Loki who would kind of redeemed himself at the end of Avengers. It's somewhere in the middle, and it's going to be a whole new spin. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Huddleston does with that. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see what it's going to be like, man. It's like I said, for me, it's the best TV series so far. I mean, I thought Falcon Winter Soldier.
You love WandaVision, Mule.
I thought there were some really good spots in it. It was too slow for me, but I enjoyed it.
I loved WandaVision. I loved the weird wackiness of it.
I thought the pacing was really bad, though, honestly.
Yep, exactly.
The first couple episodes, I can agree, but then it got good.
Yeah, and Falcon Winter Soldier
it started off great.
Really good. Yeah.
Yep.
And Nate said in our spoiler chat, he didn't expect to happen what happened in episode 2 already. It's like,
no, it was like, wait, this is only episode 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the rest of the season gonna be like if this is the end of episode 2?
Right.
Madness. Yeah. It's gonna be good, man. All right. So guys, E3, holy crap, so many games. It felt good, man. It felt good. I feel like we're coming off the tail end of like the COVID stuff that's really kind of just slowed everything down, life and everything else down. And it was good to finally see games coming back,
It's slowly getting to normal, and that was a good taste of like, this is a little bit of what it used to be, but it's evolved because of what we went through.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some companies took that and made it better. Xbox.
Yeah, there's definitely some trailers we're going to play and kind of talk over as they play here tonight. But I want to ask you guys kind of the first question. What was your top 3 games that you saw this year for E3's showcasing Nintendo, Xbox, all of that? I mean, we haven't seen EA Star Wars stuff yet because that's going to be in July. And we haven't seen PlayStation. So what we have right now, what is the top 3 games that you've seen?
Of course, Halo, the multiplayer, that trailer drew me back into wanting to play multiplayer on Halo again. Because it looks fast and it looks crazy fun. And slow paced, I was never good, always dying, kind of turned me off a long time ago. But then Stalker 2 came and dropped, and that is so my jam. Single player campaign, post apocalyptic, a little bit of supernatural sci-fi mixed in there. Dude, it gave me those Metro Exodus vibes. Oh, it felt so good.
Yeah.
And then Redfall, we didn't see any gameplay, but the trailer looks very enticing. It's basically a co-op vampire shooter, vampire slaying shooter, and your characters have different abilities, different personalities, and I cannot wait to see how that plays out.
Yeah, it seems a little bit like a Left 4 Dead with vampires instead of zombies ish.
Yeah,
I'm definitely intrigued to see like how they do it and what the what the story content's going to be, what your motives are in the game. So like it's definitely interesting to me for sure, and to see it's being done by Bethesda is kind of interesting as well.
Absolutely.
It reminded me more of actually a little bit more matured version of Fortnite Save the World.
You had to go
in a way.
Oh, like the PvE part.
Though.
Yeah,
I see the connection.
Yeah,
mainly just because it's a little slightly cartoony. You can tell that there's going to be a class-based system, but it's going to be fun. And then it's dark, but it's goofy dark.
Yeah, not overly mature, it's gory and bloody.
Yeah, it's not. This is the end of everything and all annihilation. It's like there's this vampire cult. Let's mess them up. One guy's blogging about it, I think.
There was a lot of subtle humor in there that I really appreciated a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to see what pans out. It could be really good.
Right on.
We
Brian.
shall see.
Yeah.
That's my 3.
I guess I'll go next. Probably. See, I haven't. The problem is I have not had time to watch a lot, but I've just kind of been keeping an ear to the ground to see what was. I watched the Bethesda Xbox showcase, and I watched a bit. Whatever it was the rest of that day. I don't remember everything that happened that day. I think the Ubisoft one, or no, sorry, Square Enix was that way. Was that
Square
day.
Enix that afternoon? Yeah.
From what I saw, I'm excited for Halo. Cortana 2.0 with that. I'm very interested to see what happens there. We finally got something for Starfield. Even if it's just a little cutscene trailer.
Yeah.
I'm glad we finally got something.
Yeah.
And then probably it's a toss up between, I'd say, Elden Ring and Breath of the Wild 2.
Right on.
I'm excited that we actually have.
So wait,
like
Elden Ring.
stuff
What
for
the
them.
heck is this? What is this? I mean, I was watching it and I'm like, is this like Skyrim? Is this what is it? Is it co-op?
No,
It
it's
looks
a
very
Souls game.
Souls-esque.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more Souls.
Like a
It's a
Bloodborne
Souls
Souls type
game co-written by George R.R. Martin.
So basically like a high fantasy Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's like Game of Thrones and Dark Souls put together, basically.
Okay.
That could be.
I mean, like not as literal as that, but
Right,
like, you know,
right.
if you want to dumb it down as much as possible, like that's like my interpretation of it. Like I think conceptually it seems kind of interesting, but like I didn't see enough from that trailer to say I want to own this game.
Yeah, I saw
Right,
these
yeah.
people losing their minds, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I was like, all right, you know, another game, move on. Bloodborne,
Yeah.
Dark Souls, whatever, move on.
Yeah,
Next-
a lot
next
of
game.
the Bloodborne, Demon Souls, Dark Souls fans, YouTubers and Twitch streamers that I watched were like, they were freaking out about it.
Yeah,
So
makes
We're
sense.
not
If
saying
that's
I
their
it's
just,
game.
following,
I'm not
but-
saying that I'm gonna play it, but I'm like excited to see what it is once it
Yeah.
like see more on it.
Checking it out. Yeah.
Oh, show.
So I guess I'm next, and I'll start off the conversation. Well, I'll start off my portion of the conversation by saying I don't think I was overly impressed by anything that I saw this entire weekend. It was nice to like you said, return to somewhat normalcy. You know, like last year was kind of weird with how they did they did presentations because they were everything was off the cuff. It was like kind of reacting midway through the year of how they were going to present these things given COVID and all that sort of stuff. So this year they've planned well in advance how they were going to present these things. So I think Jeff Keighley did a great job getting all of the different things that he got for his show for the Summer Games Fest. And then Xbox and Bethesda did really, really good with showing off their new IPs. I think Outer Worlds 2 did a really good job
That
of like
was
just saying,
hilarious.
hey, we're making a game, but like we have nothing to show you. So it's been the same thing like Fable, like this. It was the same vibe as the Fable trailer, the last one we saw. So exciting. I just recently finished up Outer Worlds, so Outer Worlds 2 is definitely exciting, but I don't know the direction. It kind of seemed like they left it like a weird cliffhanger at the end. So.
Yeah.
But I would say for me, top 3, Starfield definitely looks super interesting. Even though we didn't really see anything, we saw we understand like Constellation and what Constellation is a little bit, and they give us insight to this new world. I think what excites me the most about Starfield is the fact that it's the first new IP from Bethesda proper in 20 years. It's
Right.
there's Fallout, there's Elder Scrolls, and that's it. That's been their 2 like main IPs for years. So to have a brand new thing.
Wolfenstein.
Well, no, Wolfenstein isn't theirs. That's not theirs. That's id.
Oh, that's right.
So like this
You're
is
right.
their like first IP in years, and like even Wolfenstein they bought it did that years and years ago. So that's something they just iterated on in the most recent generation. So I'm excited, and it's sci-fi, and I'm like anything sci-fi just really gets me going. So excited about that. Tiny Tina's Wonderland definitely interests me a little bit. I was a little excited to see Gearbox announcing something new. Like the last new thing that they did was the hero shooter that I forget the name of now.
Battleborn.
Battleborn. Yeah, and I think Battleborn was interesting enough to like get off the ground, but it just didn't hold me the way like Borderlands does. Like I've played every Borderlands game now almost three times through some of them. And they're really, really fun. Like, and I just think this is gonna be a really like fun, unique experience in the Borderlands universe, but its own experience. You know, I think they're gonna take like that Borderlands charm and just do something not dramatically, but pretty different. You know, it's a high like a fantasy style game with loot in the Borderlands universe. I think that's something different. I think it's something the world needs right now, honestly. And then thirdly for me is Metroid Dread. So I am a really
It looked good. It looked
like,
good.
I love Metroid. You know, I've loved Metroid since I was a kid. Like original Metroid, Super Metroid, two of my favorite games of all time. I just love the whole Metroidvania like genre, like all the different like puzzles and traversal of the maps and stuff, and like just to see like the development of Metroid Dread was really interesting in and of itself. You know, so it's a sci-fi game. It's the next iteration of Samus. Like I'm invested, and it looks really, really good. And I'm not, you know me, like we've talked about this a lot. Is that there's only so many 2D platformers that you can have in the world, but like I think the world could always use more Metroid, honestly.
Yeah, it looked really cool.
Yeah. So Mule, lay it on us. What do you got, man?
I mean, I'm gonna start with the biggest thing that surprised me, and that was Sea of Thieves. Like Sea of Thieves came out of nowhere for me, and I was just like, holy crap. Like,
yeah.
I mean, we knew, gosh, it's been like what, 2 years, 3 years since we had Joe Need on the podcast, and you know, talked about Sea of Thieves when it first came out, and he was like, oh yeah, it's just kind of right now it's a bare sandbox, but we're gonna build on it, and we're gonna add more and more stuff depending on how the community reacts to certain things and stuff like that. But when I was sitting there and I saw Disney pop up on the screen, I was like, what? And then when I saw Jack Sparrow pop up, I was like, okay, first of all, GG's Rare and Xbox or Microsoft, because getting the licensing with Disney is extremely hard. Like extremely hard. And the fact that they got that and are able to put the characters into the game is going to be fantastic. Like I was so excited. I jumped back in and did like a community game night with a bunch of the bros in the Discord the other night. And Sea of Thieves was really fun with friends. And I was like, man, they got some really cool new content. I haven't really done some of this stuff. So it looked really cool. And I was actually shocked by it. And I thought, wow, this could make a big comeback for a lot of gamers that may not be there anymore because the griefing and things like that happen in, you know, games like that. And then I'd have to say, you know, of course, you know, my gamer tag Mulehorn117, dude. I'm a freaking Halo nut. And when I saw how they're doing the multiplayer, and I saw that whole section of the, we'll talk about it more, but I was just like, we'll talk about it more in a little bit when we dive in deep with some of these games. But I was like almost in tears when they started talking about Cortana. I was just like, guys, it's almost here. And Battlefield. Man. Yeah, Battlefield. DICE does good with shooters, man. They do good with shooters, and Battlefield looks really cool. It looks really cool. I can't wait to, we'll chat a little bit more about that in a little bit. But those are my top
Looks
3.
really fun to watch, in my opinion.
Hey, it's fun. It's a fun game to play. I played all the Battlefields. It's very similar to Star Wars Battlefront 2, like the Galactic Assault. It has the same vibe.
I think the best part about Battlefield is like if you have like 6 people that want to jump into a game, you don't necessarily want to play like Call of Duty or something like that. Like it is a good alternative. And honestly, I think I don't know. I'm on the fence. Like at first I was like, I don't want to get another Battlefield because I feel like I do it every new iteration of Battlefield. Like I buy it, I enjoy it for a little bit, and then just kind of put it on the shelf. But this, like, it's a modern shooter. It's basically like if you take the world of Battlefield, it's basically like Battlefield 4, Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, and then, you know, add like the newer facelift to the Battlefield series with 1 and 5. So like I think it's a closest to a home run as they can get right now.
So we're gonna dive in deep in a little bit with Halo, Battlefield, and Starfield. Sorry. But what did you guys think about Xbox? I'll start it off, but wow, like the fact that so many games, 27 games, they said, out of what, 31 or something like that, are going to be
27 out of 30.
on Game Pass. Like, that is the ecosystem of Xbox is just getting more and more enticing and looking better and better and better. Even as myself, who's more of a PC player now, I'm like, dude, I'm going to be able to play this because I have Game Pass. Like,
Well, most of those are going to be on PC Game Pass as well.
exactly. And it's just like,
I don't think quite all of them, but most of them.
It's just phenomenal how they're working that into what they're doing. And I don't know if PlayStation can keep up with that. Like, they're going to sell their consoles. PlayStation will sell their consoles because
they
now
have
they do
to make them to sell them.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But I felt like
it's making it very hard not to be an Xbox owner for these games. And it makes no sense at all if you are an Xbox owner to not have Game Pass.
Yeah. And I honestly don't know if PlayStation can keep up with it. I mean, they'll sell consoles because of Horizon and things like that and God of War. But are you just going to play, like, are you going to be like me? You're going to play that game and then your PlayStation is used to watch TV? You know?
I mean, mine became a paperweight for 2 years before I traded it in.
I haven't owned a PlayStation since PlayStation 2.
Wow, really? You missed out on God of War 4 and all that?
What's that?
Spider-Man?
What's that?
Oh man.
No, I'm like there are things on PlayStation that like genuinely interest me. It's just like,
is it worth another?
Is it worth the $400 worth of hardware to play one or two games? You know, like at least like you know, we joked about it with like buying a second PC, and you know, I did do that for streaming and all that sort of stuff. But like it was more advantageous for me to get a second PC to have better specs on my PC, because then like games like Horizon Zero Dawn are now on PC. You know, Days Gone are on PC. So there are like some of their games are going over to PC and stuff like that. So it's just not worth it for me. If I can get a really great deal on one, or one is available at some point in the next 5 years, like maybe I'll think about it. But I'm not even buying a Series X, you know, because I'm part of the ecosystem, and I think that's the most important thing with the next generation is the value to the gamer on Game Pass. You know, like thank God for Mixer. Like Mixer gave me a Game Pass through next year, so I'm like, June 2022 I have Game Pass, and literally playing all these brand new games. You know, like my Destiny is covered on Xbox if I ever decide I want to go back. All the content I can want. Like I can play anything on EA Play. I can play any Bethesda game day one. I can play any Xbox Studio game day one. It's just such a great value now at this point. And like nearly everything is on PC. Nearly everything.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, because some of you guys, like you said, aren't going to get the Series X. If you already have a PC and all the games are pretty much going to be on PC, and crossplay is more and more prominent, that's an amazing deal.
Yep.
It makes sense. And the Xbox ecosystem is it's getting hard to deny it now. Those who really try hard to deny its relevance, you're losing that battle. You know, either if you want to fanboy on one console, it's fine, but go ahead and get the other console too, or get an ecosystem and enjoy both.
I agree.
Easily.
I mean, do you think Nintendo maybe stole the show over Xbox? I mean, Metroid and Breath of the Wild 2.
I don't think they stole the show. They had the biggest viewer base out of all the shows this weekend. And I think that's just because like they just have such a devout fan base, you know.
It's Nintendo.
Yeah.
They have fans worldwide, whereas Xbox for sure is more of a Western audience.
True.
Yeah, for sure. But like the thing about Nintendo is that like you might not feel that the games that they showed were like a big deal, but a lot of other people did. You know, they showed a new Mario Party. They showed WarioWare. They showed Metroid Dread. There's a lot of you know, titles that people have been waiting for a long time, for like new games or updated games, new characters to smash. You know, so it's how we talk about Xbox and their ecosystem. They say the same thing about you know, Nintendo and their ecosystem.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yep, it does.
It makes sense how they have a larger viewership, like you said, Crow, because they've been around for such a long time and they're worldwide. They're not just Western like us. Xboxers. Xboxers.
Yeah. All right. So I think first we should probably talk about Starfield. And so I'm gonna have the
All right.
trailer running here as we talk about it here. But guys,
Games have been able to do that, so I wouldn't. I would say that they definitely do that. So one of the big like the funny thing that I like really stuck out to me is that well, two things. There are no weird mascots, and I really like that because when you think Fallout, you think the Vault Boy.
Yeah.
like
I
a little
love
more
the Fallout
serious tone.
series. I love the Fallout series. I hate the Vault Boy. Just that aesthetic of this little like cartoon guy that's like guiding you through all the stuff.
The TAV.
Get TMV.
Yeah.
And then
Or
like
TVAs.
Halo or not Halo, sorry. The Elder Scrolls series doesn't really have anything like that. This felt like it fit, and like the other thing that I can the closest other thing that I can relate it to would be drawing a blank, Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds had that kind of like that weird mascot-y vibe to it in a sense.
Yeah.
This feels like a realistic, like there's nothing gimmicky about it. This is just gonna be a space odyssey game.
Like
And
a
you're gonna
Skyrim
be
in
flying
space.
around, probably doing some cool story. You're gonna have a robot mech that's on your ship with you.
Saw that. It's part of the cover
thought-
too, so it's important.
Yep.
Yep, that looks fun. And the other thing that I mentioned that I really liked about this trailer is I love the way they did the release date.
Yeah, I like
The
that
whole,
too.
like, I was watching it, and I was watching it live, and Lupo and Underdog weren't able to watch it because they both had stuff to do. And like as soon as I saw that, I text them. I'm like 11/11/22. Yes, Starfield.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm not looking forward to is that like, and I'm hoping this is just like generational like difference, you know, because every Bethesda game has its own level of like jank to it. It's like it's almost like their calling card that like every Bethesda game has like a certain level of jank to it. So I just hope it's a little bit more polished than, you know, my experience with Fallout 76 and ESO at times. And I like those aren't Bethesda like proper games like those, you know, that's ZeniMax, but it's still like it's 2021. Like I want like a polished, like at least like crisp like visuals, you know, in the game.
Yeah.
Story is subjective to the user and how they want to interpret it, but like, you know, I want the crisp visuals, especially when you're like out in space like that. I feel Outer Worlds did very, very good, like with their visuals, like really vibrant colors on different planets and stuff like that. So I hope this kind of carries over, and they use this as like use that as a benchmark for their future products. So like Obsidian was,
Yeah, I don't want those
for.
crazy colors. Like I don't want the vibrant. I want
like real life.
I want like this trailer say like I want to go on a moon that has just nothing on it. Like I want to go have to explore like deserty areas. Make it look good. Like I want it to look good, but I want like a more realistic. And I think that's from what we've seen in the trailer. I feel like we're going to get that. I don't think we're going to get freaking like some weird lush tropical crazy colored jungle planet.
I just want it to be crisp. Like I don't want to see like poor
clean
textures or anything like that. You know, I just want it to be crisp.
Yeah, nice. I think we're gonna get both because it's that far in the future. We're exploring, you know, the galaxy. We're gonna come across the arid planets, the tropical planets, and everything in between. So, I'm down.
But you can tell though this is a Bethesda game. Like you can tell in the art style and everything. Just the way it's done, the way they rig their character models, you can tell like there's just little hints, and I love it. Like I'm excited.
I have one concern about this game, and I hope they don't go the route of like Breath of the Wild, and they have like degradation of your equipment and weapons. Like I don't want to have
Bethesda game.
I don't want to have to micromanage that though. I don't want to have to micromanage taking care of my ship all the time. Like, oh, look, my thrusters are getting rusty. Guess I'm gonna go have to repair it. Like I know that's in Skyrim and other games like that, but
I'm
I feel
going to tell you this now, and I'm going to tell you this now because I know that you haven't played all of those games. That it's not as bad later in the game. You don't notice it as much later in the game.
Always
You don't in-
starting
you don't in
thing, and then
Skyrim.
it
You
becomes
don't
like a
in
minor
Skyrim.
thing.
But if it's to the point where like I'm having to micromanage so much and I can't just explore or adventure, and it takes me out of feeling like I'm like progressing something in the story, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. Like I need to keep like Skyrim was easy enough. Like I could like oh, I want to build this armor. I can go learn that skill real quick and start doing it every once in a while. And it naturally will occur as you're doing it, and it didn't feel like it took away from the story. So if it's something on the level of like a Skyrim, I'll be okay with it. I just don't want it to be so much where like Breath of the Wild, like you fight a couple of creatures and your sword's gone, you know?
I don't think they'll do that. If
Yeah,
anything,
that's
it'll probably be
intended.
more like Skyrim-esque, or more just like more. I feel like it could do more of like an MMO style where it's gonna break. You're still gonna be able to use it, but it might have like half of its efficiency.
Efficiency,
So,
yeah.
like, say your thrusters go bad, you're gonna get like half speed or something.
Yeah.
I don't think they would do anything like, well, this broke, go build a brand new one.
Yeah.
Now, Dying Light did that. You can completely lose a weapon, and that was kind of annoying. But just like on Skyrim and just like on Fallout, the more you progress, the less is even an issue.
Yeah. I hope
Mhm.
it's like that. I really do hope it's like that.
Even
The
the
higher
Witcher got better.
quality, the
You know,
lower.
1/3 to the Witcher repairing was nothing.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, and I don't know if you guys will have much input, but I'm going to show the trailer here as we chat over it. And that's Battlefield 2042. For me, this looked awesome. I mean, just awesome. One, because I'm a shooter guy, right? And it looked super fast paced. It looked a lot cleaner than like a, COD or anything like that. You have all these tanks, you have these helicopters you can fight in, like typical for a Battlefield game, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know, there's just something about it that really drew me into it, and I was like, okay, this looks like it could be the next shooter for me that's not COD, right? It's not COD and it's not Halo. It's like my more realistic, or at least as much as you can be realistic, shooter game. And I've always felt like DICE has done a fantastic job with their cinematics in games like this, with their just sandboxes that they've done for this. So I want to get in a tank and go blow something up, man. I mean, what do you guys? I mean, we're watching the trailer. It looks phenomenal to me. What do you guys? I mean, I know y'all were more reserved
Personally,
on it. So
one of the issues I have with like Battlefield games is that some of the matches take extremely
a long time. Yeah.
So like
Could be
one
in there
match
for
could take you about like
45
an hour or so.
minutes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think that's more game mode,
if you're in
though.
a match and you're losing, a 15-minute match, you get over, you're done with, and then you start over and you kind of wipe the defeat off. This, it's like if you're getting crushed and you can't, trying to come back, you're stuck there for a while. So it's frustrating. Like I like to play sometimes, but also like to play to win. So if you're losing in a 60-minute match, man, it's tough.
Do you think that's more of a game mode issue than the game itself? Because like I know there's some game modes.
I think it's a game mode thing. Definitely think it's a game mode thing. I don't think it's a thing on the game itself. If they make a smaller map type thing, then it's easier to manage that.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you're gonna have. You can't have one without the other. You can't have these massive battles with a low kill count to win.
Yeah.
Like you can't have 100 players on each side with a 50 kill,
count.
50 count to win a match. Like, okay, half the
Yeah, you
team's
trip and
dead.
fall and you're dead.
Half the team's dead. Game over. That took 1 minute.
Yep.
I didn't even see anybody.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the last few Battlefields didn't pull me in very long. I played them a little bit, but I did grow to like Star Wars Battlefront quite a bit, and just seeing as many people on here going to ham at each other and doing tasks and whatnot, and it kind of just, I don't know, it kind of brings back that feel that I want to give this game a go.
There we
and
go,
this
prime
looks like
time.
crazy fun.
All right,
And I
prime.
saw a lot of Battlefield 4 gameplay videos back in the day. That looked crazy fun. I just never played it back then. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Got a little itch. I might have to scratch it.
All right, prime time. You know where to group up with this.
Is it
Yeah.
crossplay?
I believe so. I believe it's crossplay, but it would be generation like the Xbox, the new Xboxes.
Yeah.
Like you have to have a newer Xbox to play with PC players, basically.
Okay, I got you. I
Yeah.
think you meant it was gonna be like X to 1X or whatever.
No.
That makes it a little bit better. Like I'd be okay with that. And like for me with this game, like I hate, and I'll say it again, hate like old world aesthetic. Like I don't like World War II games. I don't like older style games. Like Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 were just really super tough for me to get into because they were, the guns were not modern and flashy. Like I don't know, that's just me. Like I like futuristic or modern style of games. Like I loved Modern Warfare 1 and 2 and 3. Like that's more my style.
Yeah. Makes
I'll
sense.
agree with you there.
Makes sense.
If it was another World War I, World War II, I'd instantly be like, okay, go home.
Yeah.
Do something different.
Yes.
Please
Would've
do
been
something
insane.
different. We've beat this dead horse. We've buried it. We've dug it back up. We beat it
Yeah.
again.
Zombified it.
Yeah.
Zombified it. Shot it in the head. Beat it again.
Turned it into a BR.
Oh,
Firestone was fun though. Like we played Firestone for a little bit, and that was a lot of fun for the short month that we played it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
yeah. What?
any
Let's
other
go
thoughts? Yeah, I was gonna say let's go ahead, Crow.
It's pretty. Is it I forget what the terminology for it is, but they use. It's like, is it a bowl video or something? Something like it's really pretty, but it's not gonna look like that in the end.
Yeah. We'll see. I
We'll
mean,
see.
I
See what
I
you're
just
saying.
loaded up
Dice comes
Battlefield
close.
4 and it looks really, I mean, DICE is really good at their sandboxes. That's what I was saying. Battlefront 2, even though it was done in 2017, it still looks amazing.
Let's just like all the freaking like particle effects and everything. Has not gonna run great on an Xbox One X. I'm sorry. Like
No, 1X. No.
No, that's
The
why you
Series
need the
X.
newer one, the Series X.
it needs
yeah,
a Series X for sure.
Yeah.
Like
Or
if
see.
the Xbox One X was having issues with Cyberpunk, it's gonna have real bad problems with a multiplayer with 100 people
Stuff
and all
going
that
on
shit
console.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the OG,
Crash.
I think they actually said like the OG Xboxes, you'll only play with people on those particular Xboxes. So
Okay.
So that's one good thing I could say. Like you don't have to worry about getting smashed by a guy that's
Yeah.
running 240 frames a second on.
Yeah.
He's glitching. He's cheating. No,
He's
he just
cheating.
has a better console.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna save the last one here for the one that I know I am super excited about. And that's Halo, baby. I need me some Halo. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, needless to say, I tweeted the reaction from the live stream we did together as a community, and I am absolutely pumped about the multiplayer for this game. There's so many things that I saw in this trailer that I'm excited for. One of them being that you're gonna have these like abilities on the map that you can pick up, and when you die, someone else can pick them up. So like if you have a grapple and you're just like owning people with it and trolling people with it, and I finally kill you, I can take it from you and then troll you right back.
I mean, Reach did that.
Yeah, but
Reach did that too.
yeah, but
It's
one
not,
of the-
that's not new, but
right.
they're
But with
bringing
that,
it forward.
with that, they have now where if you have like the invisibility or overshield or whatever it would be, you can actually activate it when you want to. So if you pick it up, you can hold it and it won't activate like immediately for you.
And that's how
Which-
Reach was. You picked up a gear unit that was like an ability unit that you would put on your back and then use it when you wanted.
I don't think it was for invisibility. I think it was immediate. Like if you picked it up on the map, you couldn't.
Not in Reach. In Reach, you could use it whenever you wanted.
Okay. Well, maybe I just.
In
never
every other
remembered
one, yes, it was instant. But Reach, it was a time. Whenever it was an active skill.
that. Yeah.
Speaking of abilities, can we just say that grappling hook is freaking awesome? Grapple people, grapple the vehicles, and grapple power up and grapple weapons.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
And am I the only one who noticed that the UNSC is now making Banshees?
Yeah. Was that.
I don't know
a
how I
UNSC?
feel about that.
I didn't pay that much attention to it, honestly.
I think that's it might be the Covenant or the Arbiter's side in a combination. Because they're still allied.
It sure looks like UNSC architecture.
Yeah, I see what you're saying though. Flatter lines versus the curved. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, see,
maybe they're sharing tech now because they're a common enemy.
what's funny also is like the characters they showed for that have the Reach Noble Team armor.
Yeah.
And I was like, they showed that off like in the like teaser thing weeks ago or whenever that was.
So good.
And I thought they were gonna remaster Reach, and then it was just the multiplayer. And the multiplayer looked great and all, but I want to know more about the campaign.
Yeah.
I honestly want to know the story. Like, I like my Halo multiplayer. I did some competitive stuff in college, but I've always been a campaign guy.
Yeah. Same here.
So I want to know what's going on there.
I was really hoping to see more of that, but I will say the multiplayer show off was really dang good.
Yeah. And it's free.
Right. And like Turbo said in chat, it was free, and that was one hell of a move.
Yep. Yeah.
Because just like Warzone, it's gonna bring people in to play the free, and they're gonna want to hopefully drop. Well, it's on Game Pass, so it doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
They'll go and play the campaign and whatnot. So.
Well, I think that's like the thing that we've been constantly saying, that like, if you want to play a single player story game, you get a PlayStation, but if you want to play multiplayer with your friends, Xbox is going to be the best experience. So like for them to have their flagship game be free, so basically if you own an Xbox, you can just play this. Even if you didn't have Game Pass, you can play Xbox, you can play Halo Infinite multiplayer with no strings attached, basically. So at least if you're selling consoles now, people can get the Xbox experience with no obligation to anything else.
Yeah.
And not only that, but they're doing the Game Pass like they did the others, where like if you miss one season, you can go back and purchase it and choose to level up that previous season or whichever season you want.
That's wild.
Which is awesome. And the depth of customization that you're going to have on your Spartans, like it may pull me back to being one of my main games again. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I was hoping Halo 5 would be that.
You and main games don't really...
I don't know, man. I stuck with Star Wars for a long time.
They don't mix.
Battlefront and Apex have kind of been my bread and butter. So, but I don't know, man. I mean, it looks really good, but Crow, to kind of what you're bringing up, like I am really curious about the campaign as well, because what was it in Halo 4, the librarian, like, accelerated Chief's evolution, right?
Yeah.
So he definitely is like Apex human. So what does that mean? What does that look like? What did it do to Cortana? Why did she go crazy in Halo 5? Like I kind of want to see how this is.
It's natural for her to do that over time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what the librarian did nothing to Cortana. No. That's just what happened to Cortana was just part of being
inevitable
who she is.
Yeah.
Basically, they kept her. Normally they, I guess, take AIs offline before that even happens. But Cortana was such a main character, and with Master Chief so long, she was never taken offline. She's fractured so many times, putting herself here and there. She basically naturally went rampant.
Yeah. But seeing what we did see of a little bit of cutscene, there may have been. She may have. Like seemed like I get vibes like Cortana may have decided, no, I don't want to be deleted. I'm going to do something to prevent myself from dying. That's why that's why she lived so long. Because whoever baby Cortana, whoever that is that they showed, she was a little confused. Like, hey, wait, you didn't do this mission? You didn't delete Cortana, Chief? What happened?
Yeah.
Do you think brought up a good question in chat as well about will there be macros for the multiplayer?
Oh, for sure.
I'm sure there will be.
Yeah, they said it's not going to be like Halo 5 though, where it's like random
rec packs.
Yeah, it's
or whatever.
The rec packs. Oof.
No gambling.
Yeah, like nobody wants like the slot machine anymore. You know, like if they say you can get this skin, go get the skin. You know,
it'll be cosmetic.
The skin for this bundle.
Yeah, I think it's like guaranteed cosmetics. Like I can't remember how they said it in the video. I'm trying to remember.
Unfortunately, I could see them doing some sort of rec pack, but just for cosmetics.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be probably
but it'll probably be something that you earn like just basically as you're like leveling up. So you have your paid currency where you get things direct, and then your earnable currency by playing in your XP for rolling for boxes. It's similar to how Apex does it.
Yeah,
it'll probably be like, hey, you can purchase this box and it has a chance of just chest pieces. If you purchase this box, it's just for helmets. If you purchase this box, it's just for your arms.
And then they'll probably do like specials like, hey, here's a special. You're gonna get this set. This guaranteed on this set.
This item rarity guaranteed.
Buy Noble 6's set. Here, buy Emil's set.
Yeah. But it's gonna be interesting.
I'm interested.
Man. Yeah. I think we all need 100%. To go back and play a little Halo 5 and just knock off the rust. So, I'm going to have to dust off the old Xbox for that one because
I mean, we have
Is the Halo 5 so slow?
Not necessarily.
I haven't played it in so long.
But I mean, if you play Apex, it's going to feel slow because Apex is so fast.
Yeah.
Lupo and I made a deal. I don't know if he still remembers, but we made a deal.
Did we play all
last
the Halo games?
year that once we got a release date, that we would play all the Halo games sequentially together.
Just skip the first one. That one's the toughest to play through.
No, you got to go.
But you can do it in 8 hours. You can literally do it in one sitting.
Yeah.
Especially like
and if you do it with like friends, if you do it with friends on Legendary, it's actually worth doing.
Turbo just said he did it and it was not great. So it was not a great experience.
I mean, yeah, but also you got to remember, like, the last, like, it's been years since we've played those games. We're much better gamers as well.
I played it. I think last year I played the first one. I'm involved, but only like the first couple levels or something like that.
Yeah, and like the way I want to do it, like we're just gonna be having fun. Just gonna be playing through it. We're gonna do the same thing, kind of like what we did with the Borderlands. Yep. Just kind of having fun.
Legendary
maybe
only.
Have a drink. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to do Legendary. We'll do them all Legendary.
Can you play on Xbox and PC together?
I don't know.
Because I know you don't have Halo.
Question.
You don't have Halo 5 on PC, so you can't play it on PC. You have the Master Chief Collection. You can download each one of them, but there's no Halo 5 on PC because I checked on the Game Pass. So you'd have to probably play on Xbox.
I thought they were adding it to PC.
I mean, I literally checked like 2 days ago, and it was not on the store, the Xbox Game Pass store, the PC.
No, if I have to play one of them on Xbox, that's fine.
Yeah. See, Turbo says multiplayer only, anyway. But I didn't even find the multiplayer in the store.
No, I figured that you're talking about crossplay, I think.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I may have to make room on my hard drive just to play through it, get ready. When's the release date? I forgot the release date.
There isn't one.
Holiday.
Yeah.
This year.
How is it? It's literally it's halfway through June and there's no release date when this is supposed to have released last year. You know, so I think not having a release date is slightly alarming, but I think by Gamescom in August, if we don't, then you really should worry.
Yeah. A lot of games do that. Like they'll say holiday or spring. It's
True.
nothing new.
Listen, if you're less than 6 months out, though, you should have a date. Like if you said holiday 21 last year, like that's one thing. Holiday 21 last year. losing my times here.
It might be
Lupo. NGS didn't have a release date till a week before it launched.
Yeah, it might be they don't want to hype up everybody and give them a release date and have to push it back again. So they're probably just covering their butts on that, because you don't want to have another, here's our release date, and then people still think your game looks like crap. Even though I will say I saw comparison videos, and it looks way better than the first reveal we got of Halo Infinite. It was like, people said it was Halo If, and this is Halo Infinite. So
I wonder how the brutes look.
Halo Iffy.
Craig.
yeah.
Craig.
Yeah.
Is, the lifelong meme he'll be.
Yeah.
Craig agrees.
Well, right on, guys. Y'all have any other burning things you want to get off your chest before we end this cast tonight?
Well, kind of burning. I saw the
Itching.
showcase extension they had today. Hellblade 2 trailer was shown off the dev deep dive.
Yeah.
And they go into just some of the art design, the mocapping they're doing, and kind of expanding on how they're going to make this once again a visual and audio experience that is going to blow you away.
Make sure you're wearing a headset.
Yes. If you have spatial sound, turn that on because, stereo was amazing. But I cannot wait to hear it on my Artix 7Xs. That game gave me chills playing on various spots because you could hear everything and you felt like things were actually literally behind you, like
creeping you out.
It was that good. So I can't wait. I can't wait for that game to come out and play that one.
Yeah.
Burning wise now, I mean, I really can't wait to play Stalker 2.
Hey, Turbo just said Diablo 2.
Diablo 2 remastered.
Yeah, well, I mean that's September though. Like that's a ways away. I don't want to look that far in advance right now because every time I think about a game that far in advance, I'm like, man, I gotta rush through all these other games that I want to play. So, but I'm definitely excited for that for sure. What was that? Which one in 4 days?
Dark
Alliance 4 days.
Is that turn-based or is it going to be like a
watch
hack
it.
and
No,
slash?
can you stream it, T-Prime? I want to watch you play it instead.
Yeah, stream. Yeah,
that's on Game Pass, right?
It looks interesting, but if I want to play a game like that, I want the full customization. I don't want to play random dwarven barbarian.
Pre-cut,
Like I want to play Lupo, the guy that messes people up.
Is that crossplay,
Gotcha.
Prime, or is it just
Yes.
on
Game Pass and crossplay.
Is it on PC Game Pass? Because if it is,
I think it is.
then I will definitely play it with you. 4 days, you said?
Tuesday,
4 days.
Monday or Tuesday.
22nd. Windows 10 PC, Series XS. Yep. All of it.
Right on.
All right.
That's like a hack and
June
slash, right?
22nd.
Like a D&D hack and slash. Kind
Yeah,
of.
D&D.
Yeah, more or
It's-
less. Like ish. Yeah,
Kind of
exactly.
Vermintide-esque.
Yeah.
It looks interesting, but I want more customization in a game like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Have a sort of a
Like
set
half the
character.
fun of D&D is like having your own character.
Yeah.
Having prefabricated characters only gets you so much enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. That makes sense.
For me, I'm on the fence about Scarlet Nexus, which comes out next week. Comes out Friday next week.
Gameplay today looks really good.
It does look very good, but it's just like I keep buying these games and not playing them because either they just don't live up to my own expectations or I get completely consumed by other things. I'm playing a
reminds
whole
me
lot
of
of Destiny,
Mac-
a whole lot of Apex. So
TV.
that might be the bargain bin one for this time around. But it does look good, and I'm interested in seeing. Like I think the anime starts next week.
Yeah.
I believe. So
It's soon.
Yeah, very soon. I think it's
So-
gonna start before the game actually comes out. So interested in that for sure. At least if I might watch the anime and then get more interested in actually playing the game. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, and don't forget, next month the Ascent launches. And
Yes, so I
is
will
gonna
definitely
be
play
good.
Ascend because it's
I will
on
play
Game
that.
Pass.
That
once
looks
again, on Game
freaking
Pass.
awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
I just hope it speeds up.
Explosions!
Hope it speeds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The couple scenes like you get like that. It's almost like the fighting game load screen like where they're breathing. You know, I think that's the walk that they do like the whole time. So hopefully just like a little bit faster than that because like in a
The
game
Warzone
like
walk.
yeah in a game like an isometric game like when you get to the higher levels you're moving super fast like you know like Diablo on high levels is like ridiculously fast. You know, so
Yeah.
We'll see.
Sense.
I'm interested.
Really,
The
the only
aesthetic is cool.
only thing I really kind of wanted to bring up before we get off tonight. I know that a lot of people have been having problems with PSO2 NGS, and yes, it had a rough start. And I've seen a lot of people on social media saying, "Oh, it's broken. It's already dead." And it's like, yes, it had a rough start, but it's gonna get better. It already has. They fixed a lot of things with just one patch. Don't just throw in the towel with it. Try it out. I've got friends that are trying it out now, and they're enjoying it more than they did. Yes, it's short. There's not a whole lot of content, but they're gonna be rolling stuff out. It's not done.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've just seen a lot of that, and I just wanted to put my 2 cents in about that after all the C3 stuff. And if you need any help, just let me know.
Hit him up.
I got the deets.
For
Right
me,
there.
it's fun, but I don't know for how long.
Yeah. We'll see.
Combat's super cool, really fluid. The like just chaining your you know your photon arts with your regular attacks, just like really smooth.
I love Photon Arts.
But like the server lag was so bad, the game was actually unplayable. It take like 15 seconds for a guy to recognize he was dead,
Oof.
which is unbelievably frustrating.
In a game when you're lower level, basic enemies will one shot you. Yeah.
Ooh, man.
Mhm. Just because you don't know if you're hitting them or not, or they're hitting you or not. That's how bad it was the first day or so.
Yeah.
And then just like low lag, like, and to the other thing of like what Crow is saying is that like I think just because a lot of people aren't playing anymore is that like it's definitely improved some things, which is both a benefit and a disadvantage at the same time. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Like if they're committed to making it a really good like MMO experience, like I'm interested. But you know, like there's like you know, like you said, there's not a lot of content. Like you play to you know, get to a certain level, you do some end game content, and then that's kind of it for now. And then like hopefully they roll out some more new things, new areas, new stuff to do, new weapons
Yep.
to chase, and like you know, see what happens.
Yeah. We're already getting our first minor content release next week or maybe the week after. Near the end of the month. So we'll see. But they're going to be rolling stuff out roughly monthly through the rest of the year.
Right on.
But
The only
yeah,
thing-
that's about it.
Only thing I'll add before we wrap this up is apparently there's supposed to be a surprise character for the Bad Batch tomorrow. So get ready, Star Wars fans. That's at
I'm
least
trying to remember what happened at
Mace
the end of
Windu
yes.
lives.
Oh,
I
I
don't
remember
know.
what happened at the end because I actually watched the last episode today, or the
Yeah.
most recent one today. Yeah, I'm trying to think like what could be there. And I considering where they are, maybe a little something tying in some
a
other
little
stuff.
tiny Jedi, maybe a young Jedi.
Maybe a little something.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll
A
see.
lot of people are saying you won't even be able to guess it, so it'll be interesting.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, guys, if you like this podcast, make sure you visit mulehorngaming.com about page for more great podcasts like the Bendu Podcast. And if you're looking for ways to support us, check out the description below. We got our Epic Creator Code, Amazon code, swag, more, just so many ways you can support us. And if you would, like us on Facebook, leave us a review on iTunes. You can follow us all on Twitter. Remember, guys, when in doubt, blow it up!
Explosion!
I should go.